throwing fits, ripping shit, tearing it, imperative. Then I'm killing this mic no matter where I live. These derelict rappers acting a fool, this embarrassing, is flagrant. That's the nature of this entertainment, and we can't even change it. Guilty before arraignment, now the system tainted. But when we speak, they all laugh at us, and y'all wonder why I'm lacking trust. Try to fight a giant with attorneys that can back them up. That's church versus science, both sides start acting up. I'm late on my assignment, hopping up a mile high, climbing, obviously never silent. New alignment, I'm defiant, cannot describe it. Used to describe it as a young graffiti artist. Before the beard, I always got carded. Hit every bar, even though my bar has been the hardest. The scars on my face, and I ain't always been the smartest, but I'll show you where my heart is. I said I'll show you where my heart is. I can show you where my heart's at. See it on my sleeves, even if the beat stops my soul.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another wonderful Tuesday with Sports Nonsense and Whiskey. Fellas, how are we doing tonight?
Cheers.
Pinky, Robert.
So good, man. F1 is back this weekend. I'm so pumped. We got a bunch of good movies finally coming back out after there's been a bit of a lull. So we'll get to that later this evening. Peacemaker happened, baby.
That it did. So we have a wonderful show for you this evening. We're going to spend the first hour or so talking about something that nobody cares about, our fantasy teams. And it's going to be marvelous. But really, we are going to do a live fantasy draft for a special kind of redraft league that we'll talk about here in a moment. And we figure that gives us a chance to have some fun putting people on blast, including ourselves live in the league. And also gives us a chance to discuss our fantasy feelings for the year. And anybody wants to jump in, ask questions, do so, and we'll have some fun with it. We will then do some F1 conversations. Some big news broke, as Robert was talking about. It's back this week, so a little discussion there. And then, as he said, Peacemaker. And we are definitely going to discuss episode 1. Like Robert has said, we will be discussing that weekly as they happen.
And this is your first of many. Spoiler alert!
He's right, because we're not.
We're just getting that out of the way.
Yeah, good call. We're just going to talk about it.
Fair.
Good call. So that being said, if you play fantasy, if you're new, if you're a long time, there are so many different ways to get involved. And most people have heard of redrafts that you do every year. There's also dynasties that you have the same team and you build through multiple years. But within those niches, there are different ways to play the game, different roster constructions, different rules that you can set up. And it just makes each league a little bit more unique, interesting, and fun. We are going to do what we call tonight a Vampire League. It's a 10-team league, but only 9 people are going to draft. The 10th person, Pinky this year, will be the Vampire. He will not draft a team. After all 9 people have gone through their draft to fill their rosters are locked for the season. Pinky then plays the waiver wire every week to build a team to then try and beat whoever he's playing for that week. And each week, the Vampire gets to pick his opponent, victim. So he has an advantage in the sense that whoever is on the waiver wire, he can put on his roster for that week to play. And then he gets the ability to then pick his victim each week in hopes that he picks correctly and gets to beat them. If he wins, he then gets to steal somebody off of that roster. Anybody he wants. And that person...
In the starting lineup.
I apologize. In the starting lineup, correct. Can't do bench. We do have rules in place so that you have to play your roster. You can't not play. You have to fill every position. You can sit people if you want to, but then it does possibly have a loss. You may not lose your best player, but you may not make the playoffs then either because, you have to still beat everybody else weekly to get to the playoffs. So there's a lot of strategy involved from both ends. Again, he steals somebody every week that progresses. If he loses, he just loses. He stays playing with the waiver wire. Everybody gets to keep who they had on their roster to begin with. The only caveat to rosters being locked for the other 9 players is if somebody goes on IR. If somebody goes on IR, you have the option to drop them you do not have an IR spot. So you have to drop them, and you can then fill that roster spot from the waiver wires, but not until the Vampire has said he's done playing the waiver wires for the week. So you're not getting first dibs. You're getting whatever the Vampire didn't want to then fill that spot. So there's a lot of wrinkles within all of this. If the Vampire wins the season, which we have had happen once, he then twice? I thought it was only once.
Cody won it as a Vampire as well.
I thought he's the only one to do that.
Andy won it last year as the Vampire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, 2 people have now won as Vampire. I apologize.
If the Vampire
which is why it
goes,
should be a 12-team league, as I've talked about.
If the Vampire goes 3 for 3 this year, we will up it to 12 teams.
Oh, Pinky's putting some pressure on himself now. I see how it is. Okay. So if the Vampire wins, they do not get a chance to run it back. They pick whoever they want to then be the Vampire for the following year. If the Vampire doesn't win, the winner of the league then becomes Vampire for the next year. And we just keep running it back. We've done it 5 or 6 years now. We've got a good little run going with this, and it's been a lot of fun. So
It's my sophomore year.
it's unique. It's different. It's not your standard type of league. So it's why we thought it would be fun to do this one live, because everybody else and their mom is going to show you a 10 or 12 man PPR, couple wide receivers, couple flexes, no defense, no kicker type league. So we'll show you something a little different. Again, different strategy drafting too, because it's only 9 out of the 10. So you definitely can feel like a lot more teams are loaded. So that also creates some interesting matchups. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. We did want to mention a couple other ones that we find really entertaining. One of them being what's called a guillotine league, most commonly done with 16 teams. All 16 teams draft a team. And then at the end of week 1, the lowest scoring team is cut from the league completely. And all of their players then go back onto waiver wire for the other 15 teams to bid on. That happens every week. Lowest score, entire roster, until you're down to just one team by the end of the season that becomes the champion.
I'm not ready for that.
It is so much fun.
I'm not ready for that.
Pinky, you had a couple?
I mean, there's guillotine. There's oh gosh, well, I'm drawing a blank now. Vampire, guillotine. Those are kind of the specialty ones. There's your normal auction. I've learned I will never do an auction again. I'm out.
Auction is not for the faint of heart. It's definitely something you need to do more than once to get a feel for it and get good at it. So that's completely different than just drafting. You have a shot at anybody and everyone.
I feel like auction leagues are good when you're playing with a bunch of stupid people, but if you're playing with a bunch of really good people, they kind of know how it works, and I just get too frustrated. I don't like seeing my guys go off the board, and I'm like, I'm out.
Okay.
Get off my lawn.
All right. Well, that's fair.
All right, old man.
Hey, I get in where I fit in, baby.
So, like we said, if you have questions, if you pop in and you're watching this, by all means, throw something up in the chat. We're only going to see Facebook and YouTube, right? That's all we've got here. So
this is all we've got.
If you are listening and you're not in front of an area to comment on, might want to get there.
Pinky will fight you if you don't.
Sure. I'm feeling frisky. I'm going to get to drink a lot tonight since I don't really get to pick a lot. So, or, you know what I'm saying.
You don't get to pick a lot?
I mean, I get to pick. I have to choose somebody to get the draft moving along.
Oh, you didn't just pre-fill yours? You still want the feeling of actually having to click the button?
I'm going to try to find somebody, as it gets to me, I'm going to try to find someone.
Hey, you should ask Andy who that one player was he drafted. You can draft him.
I could draft him because nobody's going to draft him.
Last league I'll mention that I think is really big now as well before we pull up our stuff and get ready to do this little ridiculously fun live draft and discuss and banter. Best balls. Best balls are a lot of fun, especially if you don't have a lot of time. You still want to be involved in fantasy somehow, but you don't feel like you necessarily have the time to do it weekly. You draft a team depending on how the league's set. That's your team for the year, and the computer, just based on everybody you have on that roster, fills in your best lineup every week, and gives you the most points you could possibly score every week. You go through that with everybody else, and it spits out a winner at the end of the season. So you kind of get the feeling of playing, but you don't really have to do the legwork week to week to pick a lineup and possibly play the waivers. If your best ball allows for waivers, then by all means, you get to do that at least weekly and add and drop some people, but you don't have to have the pressure of did I or didn't I switch that guy out, and what does my lineup look like. So best balls are a lot of fun. Those can be a great way to stay involved or get involved and not have to be constantly feeling like you have to pay attention.
Or if you've got 7 minutes to kill while you go do your business at work, you can actually play in a fantasy league. It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that much brain power. Everybody can do it.
Yeah, or there's sickos like me and Pinky who are up at 3 a.m. when the waivers go live and grabbing the first suit available. So,
Animals.
Some things happen and some things don't.
Animals. Here's your problem. Yes, you do. Yes,
it's a different episode, Pinky. But
I can't talk
these days, my guy.
Hey,
I can't talk. I mean, I've got all these freaking movies sitting behind me, so like.
That's gonna be the plug for next week, guys. Sports Nonsense and Whiskey betting show. Still gotta come up with a name. Wednesday next week.
Shout out to Cody. Yes, you tell Pinky to eat that garlic. You shove it down his throat.
Oh, Cody, you son of a bitch.
Bring it. I love it.
He's got the first pick, too. F that guy.
I love it.
Oh, man. All right, we got 3 minutes, people. All right, so I know you all had some other drafts this weekend. How were the other drafts while we got 3 minutes to kill?
I'll let you know by week 17.
You know what that's called? Cop out. You need to have a better opinion.
I mean, completely zigged when I was trying to zag and ended up drafting a team that is nowhere close to what I was planning on. So I don't know. I think I like it, but I'm not sure how to feel about it because it's not what I was trying to do or had planned to do. We'll see.
It happens to the best of us.
My man Jamar, one of the few Patriots fans I like. He's a good dude.
That's a good guy right there. It's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
We know him.
No doubt.
He's been around for a minute. Jamar, we appreciate you, my guy.
Oh, hey, Caleb. Pinky got to see me lose a little bit of my shit today because my soccer team went into sudden death penalty kicks.
I saw the message. I can imagine you had to low-key go apeshit.
Yeah, it was a struggle. It was fantastic. So, go Stuttgart. We're still alive in the German Cup.
Solid.
Yeah, that was a stressful hour and a half. I tell you what.
But it happens from time to time.
We did it. I love football. Pinky understands because he has a habit now of betting on it. So he's just like, let's go, baby.
Football, let's go, baby.
Next summer is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
I got to put in my bid sheet at work for some PTO, and I'm like looking at all the games and stuff. I'm like, how do I plan around this? Because I will be at work and I will be watching games. That is not.
I'm still hoping we show up for half of it.
We need to talk about the World Cup, boys.
We will.
If that's happening.
That's a later episode, but yes.
Oh no, because we got to schedule.
No, that's still kind of the game plan. We'll see how things unfold, but yeah, I'd still like to make that happen for sure. Let's go, baby. It's 7:45. Let's get this going.
Draft time.
Hold on. Give me just a sec, boys.
I'm ready to do wild and crazy things like I did last year.
Pinky's gonna get staked.
All right. That's the best view I can give. Unless we go. I think we can go here where nobody sees us. There we go. Do we like that?
No,
we don't like that.
we
don't
do
like
not,
that?
unfortunately.
You guys want to see each other?
They should. Yeah, we should still see
Okay.
each other. I mean, you
All
can
right.
kind of see who's picked. We'll announce it. It's going to be as best as we can do it. Apologies, guys.
All right. The draft has started. And Cody.
Our boy
Oh.
Cody on the clock, and he goes Chase. Yeah,
Lame.
kind of hard to be mad at
Lame. No arguments on that.
that.
Lame.
No, I mean I know a lot of people like Bijan has won this year, but I don't know how you. I can't be mad at taking Chase.
No. I mean, Joe Burrow. As long as you got Joe Burrow throwing you the ball, Jamar Chase is going to put up insane numbers.
Yeah, that's pretty much how that works there in Cincinnati.
Okay.
You think
I
he'll?
need like Andy, like pick, bro.
He was
said he
there,
was
now he's
ready.
not. I don't know what happened. You know.
Well,
Some
Sleeper's
people-
got that weird thing that's got like if you're in. There we go. Now he's in.
There we
there we
go.
go.
Saquon second is a little bit
Saquon.
interesting.
Bijan.
There we go.
I mean, these are all easy. Like we don't even have to talk a lot about this.
Yeah, I mean, the first round or two shouldn't be that much.
I want to get deep where we can make fun of people. That's what I
Yeah,
want.
yeah, that's where we're getting to.
I want to shame people.
I mean, I know people. I've heard people be like, Barkley and his ADP aren't worth it, and I'm like, he's gonna have basically the same year. Even if it's down a little bit, it's still going to be top 2-3 running backs and top like 4 or 5 overall.
Justin
Like,
Jefferson.
I'm trying not to. I
You were going
was
Sun God, baby. I thought you.
I was thinking about it, but I everybody thought I was gonna do that. I'm trying to be different. I'm trying new things.
Oh, Sun God. That's my dude.
it is interesting to think Justin Jefferson is arguably the best wide receiver in the league, but people are wondering what'll happen this year because of JJ McCarthy.
Your
That's why I'm
quarterback matters.
not. Oof. That's I
Size matters, and your
Wouldn't you
quarterback
kind of
matters.
say he's been quarterback proof though to an extent?
I mean, he put up much bigger numbers with Kirk Cousins, and Sam Darnold was racist against Justin Jefferson last season. So he did not do as well last season as you would think for where you drafted him. Like
Well,
Jordan
didn't he
Addison-
have a hammy
Jordan-
injury where he missed a couple games or something
I
last
think
year?
He missed just a few, but Jordan Addison gave you a better value than Justin Jefferson did last year. So,
He's got that 3-game suspension this year though, so what to start the season, right?
yes, sir. The first 3, he didn't appeal or anything. He was like, "Yep, I'll take my 3 and move on."
So that
First
that'll-
auto draft of the night.
Yeah, thought he'd be around. Apparently, our guy Agra is not going to be here.
Everybody else is in. I'm proud of everybody.
Yeah.
There's Sun God. I'm gonna steal him first. Derrick Henry. I knew that. I knew it.
All right, let's do this.
CeeDee Lamb. All right. What's Pinky Jr. got? Nakua. I want no part of the Rams. None.
Okay.
Oh, shit,
Okay.
I gotta find a player. All right.
I am. We've talked about this previously. I am nervous about Stafford. If he goes down, that offense and guys that are taken with him,
bring on Kirk Cousins, baby.
I got him.
whew, you're going to be in a lot of trouble with that Rams offense
Oh.
if Stafford's out.
I gotta pick another one.
Yeah, you do.
Can I pick? Nope, he's not in there anymore. How about?
You shouldn't be taking this long.
Sorry, man. There we go.
All right. I did kind of want to take CMC there, but that's not going to happen. So I'm gonna go this route here. I'm gonna hope he repeats last year's numbers, maybe even a little better in that offense this year.
Awkward silence.
Mm-hmm.
Malik Neighbors. Oh, there we go. I like it when they're on auto draft. That makes it quick.
Yeah. How do we feel about Malik Neighbors and his ability to repeat last season?
I feel pretty good. I think Russell Wilson can get him the ball. I think Neighbor's going to be look real good with that moon ball, and then I do think Dart will be okay on the second half of the season. So
I agree. I think he's going to be fine
because they just kind of get the ball in his hands, and then he makes plays. Like, so he's not quite as dependent on the quarterback. So, man, that's a spicy icy. What's going on, playa?
Not paying attention.
Oh, fun.
The screen is right there in your face, bro.
It is. I was looking at other players. My bad.
Mark gets Gibbs and Genty round 1 and 2. That's pretty nice. See how he backs that up in the next couple of rounds. I am curious about Genty and what he does this season. I just feel like that Raiders offense could be anything from boom or bust.
All right.
Yeah.
Lamar.
Especially from what we had seen in the preseason.
Yeah. And now Jacoby Myers wants to trade. And so what do they have? Amari Cooper and Brock Bowers?
What is Andy doing?
What do you mean?
He's already taken a quarterback. Why is he taking one so early?
He can do what he wants.
No, he can't. He's got to listen to me.
That's how he wants to fill his squad. We're going to leave him alone. He was champ last year, so we're going to leave him alone.
Whatever.
I mean, Saquon and Lamar aren't too bad to have in your starting lineup when you can't play waivers.
True.
JT, that's going to be solid no matter what happens there in Indy. He gets his.
I just don't like JT. I just don't like it.
I don't know how you can't. It's like getting 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns a year.
He's had some injuries here and there. He's
a little bit.
He's on a shitty team. Sometimes that doesn't work out for. If I'm a running back and I get a little nicked up, am I going to want to trot out there on a shitty team and maybe get hurt worse? Probably not. So again, I just think it's just one of those losing situations. He is not one of my guys.
Follows that up with Josh Allen, solid. So he's filled a running back, wide receiver, quarterback. Chase Brown goes to Andy. That's nice. Bowers, AJ Brown off the board. How do we feel about Bowers? Do we think he's going to repeat last year's numbers or better?
I don't think he will.
Because, I mean, if he doesn't, then he's way overvalued, right?
Yeah, and I don't think we do a tight end premium in this league, so he's probably a little overvalued. And I just don't see him replicate. I think Geno Smith will spread the ball around. Brock Bowers last season was literally like the only guy they looked for.
I mean, spread the ball around to who, though?
They've got that Jack Besh guy.
Sure.
And then they've got Amari Cooper now. And, maybe they can talk Jacoby into saying. They still got Michael Meyer, too. They could play 2 tight ends,
Give me a little Ladd McConkey here.
Oh, man. Let's go. I do like Ladd. LaDD.
Going a little heavy right now.
LaDD McConkey.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. It's going to be real nice, I think.
And then Pinky Jr.
What's Jr. going to do here?
I don't know. But I know who I'm going to get. I'm going to get my boy. Let's go, Gronkowski.
All right. You have another one dialed up, right?
No, but I'm gonna find one.
Oh man.
I'm gonna find one. Oh shoot.
Oh, the entertainment value right now is off the charts. I love it, Pinky.
Let's just go all the way down. Nobody wants this guy. There we go.
Okay, like it. I like it. T. Higgins for Junior. I'm going to go ahead and finally grab a running back.
This is what happens. Everybody's squad is good when there's only 9 teams drafting.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. It's so true. For those that may be just tuning in, we're doing a vampire draft. Elway Lovo 7 in the 10 spot. Pinky, our boy, is the vampire this year, so he's not drafting. So he is just trying to be as ridiculous as possible with his picks. He will be the vampire this year and go after everyone as the victims and hope to steal people away. So everybody's going to have a pretty good team in a 10-man. Now we're doing 9. You should have a pretty solid crew. The kicker is none of us can play waivers. So you're drafting for the whole season. So you're really trying to cover up for any potential issues you might have on your roster with later draft picks and fill those needs. Hey, bye weeks can be a mother if you're not careful. I'm just saying.
Bye weeks, you better get your two tight ends. You better, 2 quarter. You better have your guys, because if you hit the bye week hits you, or an injury hits you, you're pretty screwed.
The vampire is going to be after you. All right, we got a little bit of run here. I took Amari and Hampton. James Cook went right after that. What do you think about those two, Pinky?
I'm kind of worried about Hampton now that Najee got activated. I thought that dude was still blind, so that may not be as good a pick as it might have been previously. Second half of the season, I think Hampton's going to be awesome. He'll be a rock star, but it's that first half when you need him, Najee might get some of that work. So Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, those are great. Jackson Smith and Jibba. I think Jackson Smith is going to be a target machine. I'm very high on him. And then maybe Trey McBride can find the end zone this year. Man.
That would be nice. I mean, the way he gets fed the ball, he's definitely going to get his touches. Just like to see more of those in the red zone area for sure. Follows that over Travion Henderson. I am super bummed, Cody. I am so mad at you right now. That should have wrapped back around to me. That was going to be my RB2.
Oh, hell no, bro. You took Hampton. You should have taken Henderson if that was your guy. You weren't getting both of them.
Oh, man. Nobody else was going to take him. I didn't think Cody would grab him there with everything else still on the board.
He wasn't going to make it back to you.
It definitely would have. Look who went. I guarantee you it would have.
But he was already gone.
Man.
If he wasn't gone, then we'd have an argument, but he was already gone.
No, because he sits down a little further. Dang. All right. Well, let's hope this guy is actually still going to get the work and run that he has in the past, because I need Breece Hall to step up now big time. Let's hope the reports out of New York and that triple backfield are false.
You know the best runner in that backfield's Justin Fields, baby.
I know. We'll see what happens. I'm not as happy about that now as I once was, so that'll be interesting. I'll take my guy DJ Moore. I think he's going to get fed the rock this year.
God,
Hubbard and McLaren for Junior. Don't hate that. Steady Betties. I mean, they're going to get touches and points for sure every week. May not be the flashiest picks in the world, but they will get their 15 apiece for sure. It seems like
Devontae, DK Metcalf, Sam Laporta.
I mean, he's already there.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yep. Got his 2.
I mean, Kittle and Laporta. I can't really bitch about that.
I like it.
What's big?
I'm mad though that you can't see my team picture on this. It's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, some things
What's
happen
wrong with
sometimes.
your picture?
It's not showing on the stream.
Yeah, it's not showing Andy's either.
Yeah, what the heck?
Sutton. That's interesting.
It's sexist.
Ray Rice.
Rashee Rice is going to be an interesting one, because if he only does a 3 or 4 game suspension and it's in the middle of the season, you get him in to start the year to get off to a hot start, and you get him to end the year in the playoffs. I think he's going to be 18 to 20 points a game, the way they were feeding him the rock the last time. And I think that's the wide receiver 1 in Kansas City still. So that could be really good.
No, I've got him and Addison in a league that I took Rice. I know he's going to be there for 4 games. I know Addison's missing the first 3, so I was like, once Rashee gets suspended, I still got Addison. We're good.
Cody's killing me right now.
Oh, man.
Way to go, Cody!
Dang, kid. Reaching on Swift there, too. Just
Oof.
Incredible.
He's coming for you.
All right. That's okay. All right. I think DeAndre Swift isn't going to be anything special, but I think he's going to get plenty of touches there in Chicago, back with Ben Johnson and not a lot of competition in the backfield to begin with. I think that's going to be a solid pick there.
That is a solid pick.
Come on, Mark.
He's got to get a running back, doesn't he? Oh, he's got two. Okay.
Shh.
Let's draft the best. David Montgomery to Big Blue. Let's go. Let's go. He's thinking about it. Oh, Pacheco.
Ooh.
Take Montgomery. That's who you wanted.
Yeah, it's either that. It's him or Devontae Smith, though. Honestly,
I mean, Smith is good with since that's the double up with Jalen.
that's kind of what I was thinking. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that instead. He's not gonna come back to me for sure, but
Say
I'll play it
Flowers.
smart.
Okay.
ooh, what? All right.
I'll take
Andrews and
Hawk.
Hawkinson.
Young quarterback's best friend, tight end, solid tight end.
Hey,
like
let's
that
go,
in Minnesota.
Baker.
Baker off the board.
Baker.
RJ Harvey to Junior. I'm back on the board here. What to do?
About to say,
What are we gonna
I'm
do?
gonna play Junior on week 12. No, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of people with week
I
12.
feel
buys.
like this isn't a pick I'd ever looked at or would normally do, but I feel like I really don't have a choice with him sitting here right now.
No. Fuck you, Caleb.
It had to happen.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
No, I know.
Had to take him there.
I mean, yeah, I didn't expect that to be sitting there at this point. So
Should have worn my glasses.
Shocker. Dude, if I had $1 for every time you said that shit, go get them. They're in your house. It's not coming back to you for a minute.
Man, he was very spicy on that.
where
I wasn't-
to go next?
I don't know. Ooh, all right. Aaron Jones or Pollard.
Pollard.
Oh, that's up to you, good sir.
Thinking Pollard.
Do you guys like the view with the whole board, or do you like it with the best available?
Nah, whole board.
Board, yeah.
Okay.
The whole board, yeah. Let's do that. A little bit of a run here again. I think George Pickens eats this year. I really do. I think him and CD are both. Obviously, CD's the one there, so he's going to get more looks and targets. But I think George Pickens opens it up a little bit more.
I just don't like him.
I don't know why.
Homer. Andy's a homer.
Hey man, you know he was celebrating this morning. His day was made when
you
Travis
got
Kelce.
this late. That's pretty solid.
Well, he's not worth going earlier. He's a bum now.
Yep,
Well,
he's worthless.
No, he's not a bum. What was he? Tight end 5 last year?
And now he's a married man. He's a bum. Well, he will be a married man.
Tight end 5 in PPR last year, so that's not really a bum.
Bo Nix.
It's pretty solid. Keyshawn Judkins' pick right there is very interesting, though. Still hasn't signed. No idea when that'll happen, if it happens. And then is there a suspension still? NFL's still doing its own investigation. That could be very risky there for Andy.
Yes. Look, Kale. Look. Oh, I was gonna say you could still get Aaron Jones.
Nah. I
You
decided
like
to go a
Aaron Jones
different
or
route.
Pollard, and then boom.
Why'd you take Travis Etienne?
I feel like
You were
Jacksonville
gonna
might be
take him?
strong. Yeah.
That was not a good idea of you.
Why?
Why would you do that? Why are people doing things that they're not supposed to do this evening, Pinky?
I mean, people like to F with you. I mean, normally.
I think Etienne's going to have a really good year. I really do. I think he's going to reestablish himself as the RB1, even if it's a 1A and 1B situation with Bigsby. I think Etienne's going to be the clear guy.
I'm almost out of whiskey, guys. Damn it.
Well, we're more than halfway through. We're moving along here, Pinky. So I like that Etienne pick a whole lot there, buddy. Well done.
Bo Nix, baby. Let's go.
I'm glad I can make you happy, Caleb.
Aaron Jones off the board. Now what the heck happens here? I don't know.
Everybody's squads are pretty solid, man. I'm not seeing a guy I want to face in week 1 so far.
That's good. Agra's
Pinky's shaking in his boots.
Agra's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Agra might be the guy I picked week 1 just because he's got 6 wide receivers. He can only play like 4, so.
Who do I take here?
Waddle.
Ooh, waddle.
Waddle.
I like to watch him waddle.
Waddle. Mm. Ooh, hey, that's right. There is a beverage over here. I'm too focused.
You know
Cheers,
what?
Pinky.
Cheers. Would it be wrong to have my wife bring me down some more whiskey?
Yeah,
No.
you know what you should also have her do? Bring your freaking glasses.
I don't think this guy's going to make it back around to me, so I'm going to take him now.
I'm going to take my 2 picks, go get my glasses and my whiskey.
Do
That sounds like a great idea.
Do it quickly,
Robert.
sir. Hey, get rid of
Poor
that.
Robert.
Get that out of here.
Get that out of here.
I have to draft.
Oh,
Damn.
Quickly now, quickly.
this guy just thinks he's important or something.
All right, what do we do here? Njoku and Waddle went off the board.
What you gonna do?
Well, that's a good question.
There's plenty of options.
Because there are a lot of options. And I feel like I want to do best available, but I have DJ Moore already. Definitely not taking Mixon. I don't want to touch that. That foot issue out the first 4 weeks on the pup list at least. Like I'm not going to touch that. I am very curious about Debo. How many touches are they going to manufacture for him in Washington? Outside of McLaurin, there's not a whole lot of potential target issues. I think I'm going to try Debo here. We'll see how that plays out.
It's a good pick. Good choice. Well done.
If he plays, it'll be good. If he's injured like he has been, then maybe not so much. We'll see. Adunze and Brian Robinson, that makes sense there.
Damn it! I was gonna take a Dunze. Fuck.
That would have been nice for you. I'm actually surprised Junior didn't grab Brian Robinson there to try and back up McCaffrey just in case. That could play really poorly for him in the long run potentially.
I really don't believe in Vegas right now, and I'm not a fan of Addison. So I'm thinking I'm gonna need to go with either Diggs or Cup. No, I think I'm gonna go with Cup. I think him and Darnold are gonna link up.
Sports Nonsense and Whiskey brought to you by Crown
A clearer Pinky.
Crown Royal Blackberry. Let's go.
Oh man, Pinky, I can see your eyes. You're not like. What does that say?
Shut your whore mouth, Robert.
It's amazing when you have glasses.
Cooper Kupp is that's a boomer bust there for sure. But if he's back to being more of himself, that's going to pay off really well for you.
Yeah, I'm not so sure of how Stefan's gonna do. That's why I'm not so hot on him.
As your third wide receiver, it could be great. I mean, he's wide receiver 2 for sure, and he loves to get targets. So it's going to be interesting. Be interesting to see how that pairs with who Pinky thinks is going to be the target monster in JSN with Darnold as well. So, yeah, I mean, you had to get a wide receiver though. You were in desperate need there.
Yep.
Tyron
I made other
Tracy,
choices in
late for
other
Mark.
places.
I like the Tracy pick. He's going to get a lot of touches at least to start the season. We'll see how Scadaboo comes along, but it's his 4th running back, so not a bad grab there. Let's see where to go next. I know what I would really love to happen is not going to come back to me. And I should have grabbed it, but I know Andy's about to take him for sure.
Oh no.
For sure?
For sure.
Auto draft.
Oh no, 2 of them? That's terrible. What are people doing tonight?
No.
Come on.
Go from never having this issue to now we're going to have it while we're trying to do a
Dak
live draft.
Prescott. Oh my God.
What?
Gross.
His second
Andy, I think
quarterback.
you need
What
your eyes
Dak is-
checked.
If Dak plays the whole season, he's going to be bordering on top 5 quarterback.
Maybe.
If
Not maybe.
plays.
If he plays a full season, he's going to be bordering on top 5 quarterback.
I don't believe in the Schottenheimer system, my man.
There he goes, Egbuka.
Damn.
Great pick by Andy. That's
Yeah,
going
it's
to be
a
a money pick.
fantastic pick.
That's going to be a money pick late. He's going to get a lot of targets there from good old Baker down in Tampa. Mike Evans and him are going to be the ones starting the season. You know that offense supports 2 wide receivers very well, so not an
Beast
issue there
Chewy
at all.
misclicked.
I am interested about Ricky Pearsall. What do you think is going to happen with him in San Francisco, Pinky?
Is he healthy?
I mean, let's say he plays this season healthy. What are you expecting from him?
I think good things. He's a pretty damn good possession receiver. So he's got good hands, man. If he's healthy, I think Brock Purdy will find him.
I agree. And, I mean, who's he got competing with targets? Jawan Jennings is often hurt and is hurt now.
I mean-
soft tissues constantly. Kittle. But outside of that,
Ayuk's still on the shelf for a couple weeks, so
CMC, Kittle, and Pearsall, and that's 3 different levels of the offense. So they shouldn't really eat into each other's issues too many times, I would think. So getting Pearsall late there on an auto draft, lucky. Stephon
Yeah,
Diggs
Cody's
goes
mad because
there.
he meant to pick Pearsall. He's in the chat about it. I don't know if you saw that, Pinky.
I didn't.
All right, hang on.
Well, that's not. He should have clicked on him then. He clicked on Godwin. That's a bit of a problem. Can't go backwards now. That's rough.
That is rough. Sorry.
That is rough. All right, this is where I start doing a little bit of dart action, Pinky, because I want some boom or bust options here. So there's the first one.
Okay, that's right up your alley. I
Mhm,
get
mhm.
that. I get
If
that.
he hits and the reports are true from Michael Penix and him having a real chemistry and they're going to make sure he gets touches this year, I feel I got a steal there late. If it's more of the same and it is what it is, I wasted a pick. So I don't think there's more boom or bust in the draft yet this far. What would you say?
I mean, probably, but he just they just don't use the tight end. They just don't. It makes no sense. So
How do you get 1,000 yards your first season and then just fall on your face the next couple? It's wild. Jordan Addison, so he's willing to take the first 3 weeks off, so that's not a problem for Junior that late in the draft. That's pretty good steal, really. Ooh, Keenum, solid pick, Pinky. Really filling out the roster now. I like that.
I'm gonna go with a guy who didn't make the Broncos. There we go. No one's drafting him.
Okay, yeah, loner. Who doesn't love a good loner?
Oh shit! I thought Tebow was a quarterback. They got him as a tight end. Shit. I got 3 tight ends.
Yeah, that's not where they have him. But I'll tell you what, I'm going here. I think he's going to have a huge year.
I think he could.
It's gonna be huge.
Huge. Pinky, what do we think about Loveland?
I don't think he's going to take over for Komet this year. So I actually think Kmet would have been the better pick here than Loveland. But
do you think either one's going to be truly top 10 fantasy tight end relevant?
No.
I agree. Cheers, my guy.
They're going to cannibalize each other. So
I agree. I think people are finally going to see that Kmet is actually talented. Maybe not as good as Loveland. I don't know yet, but he's still a pretty talented tight end. And it just gives Ben Johnson more weapons. And we know that he likes to just use all the weapons possible. And then you've got 3 wide receivers deep at a minimum with Moore, Dunze, and Luther Burden. And Luther Burden may or may not be the third. So depending on who they fill for the third or fourth, you've got that guy. You've got Swift out of the backfield. That offense actually has quite a few weapons.
Jake Ferguson.
Love on running backs, quarterbacks. Everybody's making a little bit of a run here. Scatboo goes. I like that for later in the year. So hopefully our buddy BP11 is going to be in a position to be competing late in the season, because if so, I think Scatboo is a nice little pick there.
I know what week I'm playing Billy.
Yep. Goff, Purdy, Herbert, all solid quarterbacks, especially when it's everybody's second. I mean, can't be mad at any of those. Jordan Mason is interesting there. Auto pick there, but he could end up running back 1 in Minnesota sooner rather than later, potentially. What do we say about that? Yay, nay?
He could. I mean, I still think Aaron Jones is pretty damn good. So, but he's getting older, and just takes one little nick, and there you go. So, come on, Spicy. Oh, good. You know it was your pick. I was just making sure. You probably need a wide receiver. Just saying.
Yeah, let it ride, baby.
Or another running back. You can do another running back, I guess.
Javon Jennings. He could be wide receiver 1 in San Francisco if he's on the field and healthy. So that could be a steal for you late, or he could be just continuously injured and again wasted pick. It's such a this late in the year though. That's kind of what you're doing though. You're this late in the draft. I mean, it's kind of dart throws. Boom bust. Hope you get some guys with potential to hit.
Absolutely. Man, starting to end. Like a lot of people did pretty good. I only see a couple weeks. I'm like, I'm playing that guy that week because I can, the bye weeks.
Okay.
I'm playing Mark week 8. Lock it in.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Oh, maybe I might be playing Argash week 8. Both of those dudes are good plays week 8. We'll have to see how it lines up.
Well, let's see what happens here. It's going to get a little interesting.
I know who I'm playing week 9 though. Spicy Icy, you up, baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Bring it, bitch.
Hopefully I've won a couple games by then.
Come on. Come on.
We got some guys going auto here.
Oh.
2 options here, Pinky, and I'm very curious which way I should go.
Obviously, it's the left one.
Billy doesn't have a tight end for week 7. That's fun.
Do I back up and make sure I'm always going to be able to fill at least one of the running backs because I have the backup or the 1B, or do I go grab a starter now that may not be the starter later in the season because of injury or just too many mouths to feed in the backfield? I think, oh man, I can't believe I'm saying this. It's my boy, but I am going to pass on Nick Chubb and I am going to draft Braylon Allen to see what happens there with Breece Hall. I think one of them is going to be the RB1. So,
no, Braylon Allen's dope, man.
I think I kind of have to do that there as much as I may not want to. And then, yep, Pinky took Chubb. I knew he would do that. It's not a bad grab there. We've got Max Borgi, one of my favorites, absolute all-time. That's my guy. Well done, Pinky, again, truly filling out the roster needs. Chris Carson might be the one that I'm a little concerned about. I mean, the guy's glass. I'm really surprised that you would even take a shot on him this late.
I heard he got stem cell in his neck, though. So I think he'd be okay.
Okay. I like that then. I actually love Junior getting Caleb Williams in the last round in his QB2. I would have taken actually Caleb Williams instead of Braylon Allen, but he has the same bye week as Jordan Love, so I couldn't grab both of them. I think Caleb Williams is a steal there for him, and very well could be his quarterback one. I know Baker had a good year last year, don't get me wrong, but I think Caleb Williams finally gives the Bears their first 4,000-yard passer this year. I really do.
But Caleb's got to grab a quarterback here.
I did.
Oh, Billy, you got screwed, Billy.
Auto picked, and he didn't get a second quarterback. People are just giving the Vamp free weeks. I don't know if we can allow this with all these auto picks here late. I'm not happy about this.
But I'm going to play Billy week 7.
I'm not happy about people bailing early. To the audience, we apologize. This was a bad look. Shouldn't have happened. We might have to be replacing some people for next season. This is not acceptable. I fully mean that.
Billy was at gymnastics, so I'll give him a pass.
Nah, can't. Then you should have had a queue set up. Can't not draft a second quarterback. That's unacceptable in a vampire league. I don't know how I feel about this, Pinky.
Not a good look. It's not a good.
Not happy. I'm not happy right now.
But I'm not going to play him the week he doesn't have a quarterback. I'm going to play him week 7.
Okay. Ramondre Stevenson, I do think gets a lot of touches this year still. Even though I love Travion Henderson, I think Ramondre is still a really talented back. They're going to give him a chance as long as he has corrected his fumble issues. It's an if, but as long as he's done that, he's going to get plenty of work as well. I'm not feeling Jonnu Smith in Pittsburgh, to be honest with you. I know it's another tight end, and Arthur Smith loves his tight ends. I'm just not thinking he's going to be all that with Freiermuth there, who I think is more talented. I think he's still the top tight end there, personally. I like Michael Pittman. That's wide receiver one in Indy. They've got to throw the ball to somebody.
That's great.
I like that in the last round there, Spicy. Nice grab there.
Thank you.
Brenton Strange, I think, is interesting as a second tight end. He could get some work this year and actually sneakily find his way within the top 10 tight ends this year, I think. A lot of that's an if with what that Jacksonville offense looks like, but, new coach, being an offensive coordinator, offensive minded. If we finally see potential out of T-Law, or at least a little bit, that offense is going to be much improved. So that's interesting. Drake May, Luther Burden, Trey Benson. Interesting pick there by Beast Chew Air Boy Cody to end out. That could end up being a split backfield there. He's got both of them.
Yeah, he's got Connor and Benson.
Kind of thinking the same thing I am probably with Breece Hall and Braylon Allen. Having both gives you at least one, and you've got that backfield covered, regardless of how it unfolds. But there's been a lot of positive talk out of training camp from the Cardinals about Benson and what he's done this offseason. His pick right before that, Krosky, a lot of people may know him as Bill. He's been making the airwaves since that last preseason game with Washington. He could very well take over the backfield there in Washington. Very talented rookie. If he does, that could be a late running back steal there for Cody as well. So, I mean, again, 10-man league, only 9 people draft. Most people are going to have a pretty solid team.
Everybody's squad is stacked, bro.
Right?
Stacked.
The caveats become, if you have injuries, if guys sit out, how the Vampire takes advantage of that. We're not playing the waivers to fill issues. So what you have is what you're rolling with the whole season. It's going to be interesting. I feel all right. Cody snagged a couple guys I wasn't expecting him to, so losing both of those made me had to pivot. Wasn't expecting to have Montgomery or Dobbins, so I guess that kind of fills in my needs there. I'm not feeling terrible. Spicy, how you feeling, my guy?
This is one of the most diverse teams I built out of the weekend. Out of the 4 teams I have, this is one that I just kind of went with the gut feeling, and I'm kind of excited. I feel like it's a pretty decent team. We'll see. We'll see.
I like it. Vamp, what are you?
I'm not seeing anybody I want to play in the first 6 weeks of the season.
I'm gonna take you down.
After week 6, I see week 7, week 8, week 9, absolutely teams I want to play.
I'm gonna bring a steak and some glasses so that way Pinky can see his death.
So we shall see what happens. I might this might not go well early on for me. We'll see.
Well, I'll tell you, my projection is very low for week 1. Very low.
We will see how it breaks down.
Not looking good for Caleb right now, I'll tell you that.
That is the Vampire Draft for 2025. And, man, I'm excited to now start building my squad. I get to go on and start picking up everybody. While you guys start talking some F1, I will just start dropping people.
Pinky sucks.
I don't know who said that. Dude, Caleb.
Hey.
That was the best news to wake up to this morning.
Yeah, it was fabulous.
That was great.
If those of you that have been under a rock haven't heard yet, or maybe aren't F1 fans, Cadillac finally announced their drivers for the 2026 season. Wildly anticipated. Worst kept secret this season. Everybody expected this announcement to be what it was, but everybody still was just waiting to hear. The way they announced it with Keanu basically telling them, hey, we've been expecting
Chef's
you.
kiss.
I mean, come on. You know, he's been very involved with Cadillac and the documentary that they've been putting together on how they've been building the team that we'll release later. So as somebody who did not pick a team, new fan, like we talked about, Robert and I, new fans this year, first time fully paying attention to the whole season.
Mercedes.
We've liked it and paid attention in the past, but in bits and pieces, not a full season and truly invested in it. I didn't pick a team. Robert is a Mercedes man. He's got Mercedes. He's going to be Mercedes. That's his team. He's good to go.
Silverado, baby.
I'm just floating in the wind right now, right? Dust in the wind. That's all I am. Until Cadillac comes in next year, and then that's my team. I had already stated that. I only had to wait a year. I am stoked that these are the 2 drivers in Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez.
What a
talent and
stacked
experience.
team. What
Talent
a stacked
and
team.
Experience. Now, again, we're so new that I can know that I don't know, and I can be naive, and it's okay because I know I'm still learning a lot, and think that that's going to make Cadillac competitive next year. Realistically, I'm thinking probably they're going to struggle so terribly next year, and it's going to be awful. But having those 2 drivers is going to set them up for such success in the future because they're going to be able to tell them exactly what's going on with the car. They're going to be able to feel it. They're going to be able to help dial it in. They're going to be able to help, let people who haven't been around F1 know how things should run, things to be aware of, things to look out for, help the garage, help the top down, however you want to look at it, bottom up. I think it's really good for Cadillac, and I am insanely excited about it.
So, absolutely. The whole video with Keanu, what a baller way to introduce the new team. Like, it is a great video. It's I think it's maybe 90 seconds long. It's not long a video at all. Check it out. It's on our page. And I think one of the best quotes of the day came from Bottas in saying that he's happy to be a part of something that's being built from the ground up. It's a very monumental thing, and being the reserve driver for Mercedes this year has definitely been kind of a shame because he has been a big spotlight racer in the past. So seeing him come back to the grid next season is going to be fantastic. For having Checo come back as well, I mean, gosh, the experience between these 2. Cadillac's going to hopefully hit the ground running. Let's see what kind of body package they bring and things as we start getting videos. So stay tuned on that, ladies and gentlemen. Caleb and I will have a lot to report. And most importantly, it is F1 race week again. 7 a.m. Sunday morning, bright and early, baby. Gonna be fantastic. It's been a great summer break. I'm very excited to see what a lot of the teams are going to be bringing in the race weekend with having the time off. Hopefully, Ferrari is going to be able to make a statement as they come out of this. Since this is the Dutch Grand Prix, who knows? Max Verstappen may just end up crushing it like he always does at home field. So we'll see. Going to be a fantastic weekend. Be looking for the recap next Tuesday. Caleb, what are you excited for this weekend?
I'm just happy to get the second half, if you will, started. I feel like a lot of people are done with this season already because the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Cup is basically McLaren's to lose. And if you're not a McLaren fan, you're not really invested any further to an extent, I would say. So you're really looking towards next year already. And with the cars changing so drastically next year, it's not like people are using anything left from this season to really test or improve for next season. So it's a unique situation. I don't know what this looks like. I know there's been car changes and things of that nature, rules and regulations that have been modified that have a drastic effect on the following season before. We just haven't been fans of that at that time to see or feel what that's like. So I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm still kind of pulling for Lando over Piastri. We've talked about that before, the way he's kind of carried himself in a couple instances and his driving abilities, if you will. We feel Lando's a little bit more talented, but Piastri's a little bit more consistent and precise. Maybe not the more naturally gifted driver. I know I've said that before, and people have said I'm completely wrong. Some people agree, so who knows? That's just kind of our feelings right now. I'm kind of pulling for Lando to win in the end. It would be nice to see Lewis and Ferrari kind of figure it out. I will say one of the storylines I will be paying attention to a little bit more closely as the season unfolds and ends is whether or not Ferrari pulls their heads out of their asses. And I don't mean that in a negative way, okay? So anybody that's a big Ferrari fan or tell me I don't know what I'm talking about because I am a new fan, I don't mean it in the direct sense that it's Hamilton and Ferrari's all wrong. I just feel like based on some reports that I've read and things of that nature, Ferrari is very compartmentalized and very strict and by the book. And this is how we do it because we've always done it that way. And we know what we're doing because we're Ferrari and we win. And we've won at every racing circuit we've ever been a part of. And this is what we do. And so Hamilton's the one that has to conform 100%. I feel like it's time for Ferrari. They haven't been very successful as of late in F1. There's changes coming next year in big ways. New team on the grid in Cadillac. There's going to be a lot of new driver switches. They're going to have an opportunity with their two drivers to make some waves next year in Leclerc and Hamilton. What do they do with that? And I think now's a good opportunity for Ferrari to maybe change the way they do things a little bit. Nothing drastic per se, but be willing to maybe bend to their drivers a little bit more than they have in the past to try and see if maybe they can get set up that works for both cars rather than just you drive for our car and this is what we put out there kind of thing. So I think that's one of the things I'm going to be most interested in as the second half of the season plays out. Rather than, I just love all the racing because I don't have a dog in the fight right now. So that helps too, just getting to see good races. But that'll be something I think I pay a little bit more attention to.
Awesome. A lot of good things, a lot of good storylines still to go. Even though, yes, as you said, the Cups are kind of already tied up with McLaren. But still a lot of other good things to be seen with the coming races. So let's get the last half of the season going. I'm ready for it, baby.
Yes, sir.
I am ready. All right. So that being said, boys, spoiler alert, it's Peacemaker time.
Spoiler
That's your
alert.
second one. That's your
Do
third
you want to
one.
know what happened in episode 1? Do not listen to any more of this.
It is
But please
time
still
to
listen to us, but don't
rock and
listen.
roll.
Hang out.
So,
Mute it.
Pinky, I wanna go ahead and start with you. What were your thoughts of the first episode of Peacemaker season 2?
Nothing is better than watching John Cena walk around in his underwear. Nothing's better. It's like he just feels at home. I will say in this episode, I really enjoyed the when he goes into the alternate universe and he sees his brother and his dad, and they're just sitting there drinking whiskey, talking shit, and you just see him getting that feeling of like this is the family that he wanted, that he didn't have. When his brother's talking about "I love you" and all that, and then his dad actually says "I love you" as well, like it's so wholesome that it just makes me feel for what Peacemaker's actually gone through in his actual life.
I agree with you on that. It definitely makes you feel that the feels of how broken of a character he is and the ability for redemption. I did not get the sense, though, that it was as much like this is the family I wish I had. I got much more the feeling of this is a giant mind F right up the you know what, because he's like, this is what could be. This is possible. Like, I could have had a loving father, and my brother still could have been like, what is going on right now? Not so much that he's even having the ability to think this is what I wish I would have had, because it's throwing him off so much that that's what's actually happening.
Right.
And he's having a hard time even wrapping his mind around that in the moment. And then, and I know we'll get there, and then everything hits the fan so quickly that he doesn't even have the ability to explain, think, or try to figure it out. And oh, snap.
Oh, absolutely, Caleb. No, and shit hits the fan pretty quickly because you already start getting the inklings of what's coming. And I mean, really, with where everything started, I do just want to go back to the beginning of the episode and just touch on the recap because they did the perfect retcon. James Gunn did awesome with that, with changing it to the Justice Gang. That was by far one of my favorite parts of the episode, just having that finally come through, and then all the Snyderverse junkies can put a sock in it for a while.
I mean, for me, honestly, I don't even see it as a retcon because I don't think the Justice League needed to be or should have been there at the end of the season 1 anyways. You know what I mean? So,
I completely agree.
At it as, that's what was there. It was
yeah,
Guy Gardner.
It was very well done.
Cool. Like,
it was very well done. I loved it. And then of course the title sequence, I don't think it is like I talked to Pinky about this earlier. Title sequence wasn't as good as season 1, but it is.
It's not even close. They're not on the same level. Sorry, still really good though.
Yeah, no, it's still great. It's still awesome, but yeah, it's not as good as season 1. And man, the implications from the rest of the season here with what's happening, because now we're gonna go ahead and get there, Caleb. We get to the end of the episode and he kills his other self. So that brings out he is not only accidentally killed his brother, he's now killed his father, and now he has killed himself.
Yeah.
And he's already having a hard time dealing with killing his dad. Man, John Cena is going through a lot of shit right now.
And all accidental in a way. His brother obviously didn't try to kill him, right? His dad didn't want to do it, but was basically forced to show that he was man enough finally to his own dad because his dad was calling him out and basically saying, do it or you're not a man. And so then he does it, and then he has to live with that. And then his own self, he doesn't even really have a chance to explain because that dude just starts going off on him.
Dude, he went ham.
He's just pushing the button to get him off. He's not trying to shove him up into a spike and kill him. He's just trying to turn on a jetpack to get him off of him so that he can basically escape. And so the tragic character aspect continues on of how this flaw of being an asshole, but understanding how it's totally understandable and acceptable in a way, and you forgive and then love this character, continues in so many different ways and layers.
John Cena is playing a great role right now.
He is killing it as Peacemaker.
and just all of the levels of emotion that he's going through right now, and as we've seen in some of the other previews in the trailers, it's he's gonna go from one extreme to another extreme to another extreme, and it's gonna be interesting seeing his range through it, because he really has developed as an actor, and I've really been enjoying a lot more of his acting projects. So
I've got questions. How much do you know about the Peacemaker character from the comics, Robert?
not too much. He was kind of a relatively unknown for me, so I can't really speak too much on it. That is
All
one
right.
of my checklist things I need to get through.
So here we
I got
go.
some research.
Here we go. If we cut this as a clip, Pinky, you got a little rant here that's going to be a little bit different. Okay, you ready for this, fellas?
I'm ready.
For the people out there, we need a couple questions answered for us to learn a little bit more about Peacemaker as a character. First, Pocket Universe. His dad using that to then be able to create his tech and things of that nature. Is that comic accurate? And if so, how long has father had such things? Is it a newer thing within Peacemaker? Is it an older thing? Because obviously it deals with the multiverse and puts a whole lot of different things into perspective. So I'd love to know if that's an old or new storyline, how that fits in, because obviously it ties in with Superman because of Lex Luthor and the way he was using it for his prisons and things of that nature. That's why it's finally on the radar and they're able to find that Peacemaker is doing such things, although they don't quite know that he's doing it yet. 2, I would love to get a quick synopsis, a little bit more backstory about his dad. How powerful of a character was he? Is he just an evil villain? Or is he just a basically vigilante out to do whatever he wants for himself as a racist, bigot asshole? Would like to know where that line kind of is drawn. And if Peacemaker kills him in the comics, or if James Gunn's completely off on his own storyline. Either way, I don't care because I don't know enough about the character. I'm just loving where they're going with it right now. But I would like to gain a little bit more knowledge and backstory there. And anything else you think we should know about Peacemaker as a base level character and or storylines with the family and whatnot, would love to have that input as well. Pivoting, I love the tie-in on this with Flag. Colonel Flag, General Flag, I can't remember.
Flag. We'll just Flag Senior.
Flag Senior. And how he
he's just
can't
Flag
really
Senior.
do anything about it, but he's monitoring Peacemaker basically because Peacemaker killed his son. But that was basically on Amanda Waller's orders because Flag was going against the orders and trying to reveal sensitive information to the public. So I think that's going to be an interesting tie-in. And I like that dynamic that they're going with right now and how his former team, being Peacemaker, is the one spying on him. But they're trying to keep it away from everybody. So many layers going on right now. And that first episode just hit off with a bang for sure.
So ready for Thursday. So ready. I got 2 great shows going on right now, like Alien Earth and Peacemaker. Like, does not get any better.
What's so good about Alien Earth?
Whoa, hang on. Are we done with Peacemaker? You guys are just
No. I was just saying, I'm just happy that there's great TV. And I mean, Peacemaker, bro, we can talk about that all you want.
Yeah, so
Like-
keep going. What else you got? What else struck you?
I loved where everyone else from the team is at right now after the fallout of season 1.
Yeah.
So with I think it's Udabayo, and just being out there trying to do her thing.
Her
And
partner
then
kicked her out. Amanda
Yeah.
Waller, her mom, is not happy with her for revealing sensitive information, but she's still trying to just be a badass now.
correct. Like, there's just so many good things with that. And I mean, with Harcourt and her issues and anger issues from being not able to get a job because of everything that did happen. Like, just all those dynamics are great. And like, this has been one of my most anticipated shows. Like, it's the next chapter. I feel like there's more of the DC universe to be developed in this series, especially with the Justice Gang. I don't think we're done with them. I also do believe that there is a slight chance that Superman is going to show up in the last few episodes somewhere. So we'll see what's gonna happen. But I do believe something big is gonna happen in those last 3 episodes. James Gunn's been hitting at it. So I'm pulling for a Superman appearance.
I heard he wasn't releasing those last 3 to everybody that got a sneak peek. They got the first 5 or whatever, but not the last 3. And people
correct. Not even critics.
That's what I'm saying. Very much in anticipation because they're gonna watch it with everybody else supposedly. So that's pretty sweet. Let's do this.
I am stoked.
We're jumping around a little bit. I know we covered a lot of the first episode. We could dive into even more detail because I think there's a lot of Easter eggs, especially with him, his dad, and brother when they're sitting down drinking the whiskey there in the room together before they go to bed. But we can do that after this if you guys want. But I would like to get your guys' thoughts after episode 1. Gut feeling, gut reaction. Do you think Peacemaker ends up in his universe or the other universe or bouncing between the two? Where do we think that ends up?
It's going to be a whole Spider-Man type thing, I think. Like, that universe is going to have an issue because now that Peacemaker is not there.
Is he an anchor being?
No, he's not an anchor being. But something to that level. And he's still going to stay in his universe, but he's somehow going to have to figure out a way to save the other one.
I think his brother and his dad in the other universe are going to be assholes, and he's going to have to figure a way to stop them because they're going to do something stupid.
See, I think they're going to be good in that universe and take the mantle for the missing Peacemaker, but there's going to be some chaos and potential them being villains, if you will, before we get to that point because they'll have been basically lied to or duped. And they'll be villains without kind of knowing they're villains in that sense. So doing bad things, but maybe not knowing they're doing bad things because the original Peacemaker that we know is just not willing to be truthful with himself in the situation yet. And that's going to lead to a lot of chaos. And then he'll eventually end up back in his universe. But I think this ties into where there's always going to be a connection relationship there. So I think this plays a pivotal role for not just the show and what it does, but the way DC and Gunn is trying to set up his entire universe. I think this is going to be a big, big thing, and I'm stoked about it.
Yep.
For sure. All I know is John Cena, the never seen 17 champ, is doing his best acting role that he's done. And maybe it's because it's the director. It's him playing the asshole and then realizing he's an asshole and then trying to be better is awesome.
Yep.
It's the way he's playing it, I think, is so believable that he's actually a good person at heart, but wasn't taught to be that or how to do that. But that's just his actual nature. And the more he deals with his past and the things that have happened, the more you'll see that be the case and him truly be the guy for peace, but doing it the right way, rather than him being like, I'll do anything for peace, including killing women and children. There'll be desertion moving forward. But, that character arc has to get there, and this is all part of it.
Absolutely.
But I'm loving it. He's killing the role.
Oh, 100%.
So often I'm watching it going, yeah, that's Peacemaker, not John Cena. And we've talked about it before. Like, I can't think. The only time I think I've ever done that with The Rock was in Be Cool. I think that's the only time I've ever done that with The Rock. I think all his other roles, I just see The Rock playing whatever character the movie is.
Yeah, I've never seen that with Dave Bautista.
Peacemaker. Like, he's killing it right now, and I'm loving it.
I would agree with that completely. And I still think with Dave Bautista, any role he's in, he's a very different person. And I think he kills it.
He also didn't come out. He was smart about it, though. He didn't come out doing the B-roll, C-roll action movies to get into Hollywood.
No, he was doing legit projects.
Yeah, he did it a lot differently. So I think that helped his case to step away and completely move away from what we knew him as in WWE.
Agreed.
For sure.
110%. That's all I got for Peacemaker, man. Like, I'm just excited for the next episode this Thursday.
Pinky, you got any thoughts about Peacemaker? Any other ones? Anything that really stuck out you wanted to talk about, my guy?
I mean, I just like the relationship of watching him with his alternate universe family. Like, it really does bring those emotions to you of all the things he's gone through with his racist piece of shit dad. And in this universe, he could still be a piece of shit, but we haven't seen that part of his dad yet, right? So that's kind of where I was like, wow, like that's some. It just got me in the feels. I felt bad for Peacemaker, and that's what I was
totally agree with you, and I love that dynamic of them all just sitting there having a drink, and you're thinking, damn, this is a loving family. And it almost makes you think, well, these guys are the exact opposite of what his dad was in the other universe. Like, these must be really good, loving people. But at the same time, I caught myself thinking too, no, they could be complete assholes and just wreaking havoc everywhere, but they just love their family.
Right.
Doesn't matter anything else going on. They're going to be really good to each other. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that could still, and we don't know. You're right, Pinky. We don't know what that dynamic is, what that family relationship outside of that room is. But we do know they care about each other, and they grew up loving and building those bonds and relationships, right? That was evident from that scene. But are they good or bad? I don't know, and that's going to be interesting to find out for sure.
But I'm here for it, baby. I am.
It was so good. It really was, and I'm not. It's, you guys know me. I'm pretty good about being like, regardless of if I was anticipating or something or not. If I don't like it, I'm just going to say I don't like it. Like, not even like a little bit entertained or something. I'm going to just say, this is what it is, and so be it. You guys are good about it too, don't get me wrong. But that, it's kind of how we are. I was very much anticipating this, and it lived up to every expectation and probably then some. I was very happy with that first episode, to the point where it, not very often anymore, I feel like this happens, but the episode ended and I go, oh, damn it. Like, there are shows you watch and you're like, it's good, but yeah, this is going to be the end. They're about to end the episode and we'll go into next week. This one, I kind of forgot the timing of where we were. I was enjoying it so much that when it ended, I was like, damn, that was a good spot to end. That makes sense. But I wasn't paying attention to that was going to be it.
I get that.
So highly recommend, if you haven't watched Peacemaker yet, I'm going to tell you this right now. Go watch season 1, binge it real quick, and then just start watching season 2. You don't even have to have seen Superman to watch this. It would help.
That we know of yet.
It would help. But I don't think it's going to directly tie in. And I've heard Gunn say one of the things he wants to do with his universe is you don't have to see everything to watch something. You can just be able to enjoy things individually, but there will be tie-ins for those who are understanding to where they get where the full picture is going. If that's really what he's going to do, then you know what? Just watch what you like. It won't matter. But worst case, you could go read about Superman now and understand basics and then be able to really enjoy Peacemaker. But it's really good.
Look,
really
guys,
good.
I think it's easy to say. James Gunn has not done something that I haven't enjoyed. All of his work I have enjoyed.
I would have to go look at all of his work because all I can think of right now is Guardians and the DC stuff.
I mean, I'll pull it up.
I just picked up Guardians 3 for my collection.
I wasn't a big fan of Creature Commando. I get why some people would like it, especially if you're into the comics and stuff, but for me, it was slow paced. None of the characters did anything for me in any way. And I even felt like that the episode about Weasel and his origin and stuff was heart-wrenching. That was really well told.
That was
really well told story. It wasn't enough though to make me care about the series. So I didn't like that, but that's not that it was done poorly. It just wasn't, for whatever reason, it wasn't my cup of tea. It didn't draw me in.
Well, I didn't
What's he got, Pinky?
Well, he wrote Scooby-Doo.
He wrote it. He didn't direct it, right?
He didn't direct it. He wrote it.
Okay.
He wrote Scooby-Doo 2. He wrote and directed Guardians.
Yep.
Wrote and directed Guardians 2.
Yep.
He did produce Brightburn, which was kind of like
movie.
a Superman horror movie.
The anti-Superman.
Yeah, he did Suicide Squad, Guardians, Superman, Supergirl. He's producing Supergirl. He did
so really nothing before Guardians?
Not anything noteworthy.
So he did He wrote Tromeo and Juliet, the special, Scooby-Doo, Dawn of the Dead, Scooby-Doo 2.
I guess Scooby-Doo was before Guardians, but he didn't
Slither,
direct it.
His
Super,
first big directing role was movie 43.
Huh.
That's not even on this list on Wikipedia.
Well, you
don't
shouldn't be
use
going to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
For
You use
somebody who's-
IMDb, Pinky.
Yeah, dude. What are you doing? Oh,
Movie.
sweet Lord,
So his
Pinky.
bit. So all right, his first big movie was movie 43. Then it was the first two Guardians. Then it was the Suicide Squad. Then it was the holiday special for Guardians. Then Guardians 3, Superman, and Peacemaker. That's it.
When was his debut, if you will, Robert?
Movie 43 came out. In
No, not his
2013.
first big one. When was his debut?
Like
What's his first IMDb? Like, what year?
His first directing credit is the Traumaville Cafe in '97.
So he did a lot of stuff within Hollywood before he finally got either a script that he was able to break through, or he found his niche, or got an opportunity to shine. But like, Guardians is really his first one, and that was what, 2012, 13,
2014.
14. That's a bit of a grind and a run.
As a
But
director,
now he's
he
hit
did
the
a lot
ground
of
running. He's directing an entire studio. That's pretty solid.
he got a lot of writing credits before he started directing.
Finally took his own stuff and decided to make it himself. Like, you think about Scooby-Doo, in all honesty, you see a lot of Guardians in that. The colors and things of that nature. So if he was influencing, but he didn't direct, I could see where his influence is there, but it failed because his vision wasn't fully seen through. Imagine if he had given Guardians to somebody else to direct. It could have been a huge flop. He is very
Agreed.
much the reason I think that movie was so successful in the franchise for it. Because of his vision and him doing it the way he saw it. You hand a great script to somebody doesn't mean it's going to turn out to be a great movie, because they may not interpret or see things the way you had written it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that is pretty interesting. But God, I mean, to go from basically nothing to pretty big something to then running your own studio, that's quite the career arc.
Mm-hmm.
Legit, that's pretty
He's
awesome.
good at what he does. He's good at what
Hell
he
yeah.
does. So yeah, no. I'm all excited for the gun projects. So we'll see what's to come. We will see what's to come. Well, I know we got only a few minutes left. I'm putting this on your radar now, Pinky. September 17th, Gen V Season 2.
Okay.
Why are you only putting that on Pinky's radar?
Oh, that's right. You watched The Boys too. I thought you didn't watch that one.
That's
I
one
forget.
the wife is down on. That's a weekly
All
one
right.
with the
Yeah.
wife. Like,
September
she actually is-
17th, Gen V.
He'll watch it before I watch it.
Yeah. So there you go. That's coming out. And then Alien Earth is crushing it. I can't recommend that enough. I don't know what that other guy was talking about, but no, it's a solid show. I'm really excited for where this is going. A lot of development. In 3 episodes, it's complete carnage, and there's
I've
still
heard
more
really
to go.
good things about it. Just not, me. Aliens and stuff is not my cup of tea. Doesn't do anything for me. So,
That's okay.
but heard good things
let's
about
just
it.
say
so-
what it is, Caleb. We only have so much time to watch a show. If our spouse doesn't want to watch that type of show, we have to watch it when they go to sleep, or we have to watch it before they get up. And there's only so much of that I can do. So
That there's some of that, Pinky, but there's also like legit like that type of alien and horror movies and what's the other one? They're like insanely predictable, and they just don't. Zombies is the other one. It just doesn't do anything for me. Like, I hear zombie apocalypse and I'm like, seriously, explain how that would happen. Like, how would the world get taken over by zombies? Because literally somebody would just drop a nuke whenever it started. They'd be willing to sacrifice that entire scenario to wipe out that disease, and everybody else is good to go. The world is not going to do that. Humans are not going to be like, we can't do this because it might kill some people. Have we looked at history? History says they will be more than willing to sacrifice the minority for the many, okay? More than willing. Like if that starts on England, or on the UK island, the world's gonna be like, "Yo, it was nice having you around for the last 1,000 years. You're done. The rest of us are moving on. The zombies are gonna be ending there on the island." Like I don't see ever a scenario where zombies are actually gonna be a problem. The Walking
Tell me how you
Dead-
really feel, Caleb.
No, The Walking Dead's never happening. The U.S. government is going to be like, yeah, everything east of the Mississippi just got firebombed. We're ending the disease. We're done. That's the end of that. I just
Caleb's
don't
that
see it.
person in the D&D party that's like, I'm gonna solve this problem with fireball. Doesn't matter, whatever it is, fireball.
Look, man.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Oh man, God, that's excellent. Oh well, again, great movies are coming, great TV's coming. Be ready for some reviews. I'm taking Pinky, you're coming with me to the long walk, bro. Like I'm gonna see that a few times. That looks amazing.
Let's go. I'm
Love
good.
it.
So,
Final
I've got a
thoughts,
pass.
gentlemen. Robert.
man, let's football. Not just American football. European football's back. Games are going. Pinky's betting. Everybody, listen to Pinky. He's making some money. But if he loses you money, don't listen to him.
Not his fault. Not his fault. Disclaimer, not his fault.
So I'm just excited. Drafted all weekend with my boys. It was a fun time. I bought my tickets this afternoon to go to Seattle with Pinky. It's official. Nice. I am Seattle bound. Nice. I am hyped. Haven't been there in 12 years, so I'm really looking forward to going back.
Nice. Pinky, final thoughts, good sir.
That made me happy. That was like my highlight of my day.
Nice.
Was Robert getting his tickets, because there's just something about going and hanging out with your friends, not having to think about work, not having to think about relationships, just having a good time. And
we're catching a free rugby event.
And we're catching a rugby event.
Nice.
Like, what? Like, that's awesome. I haven't seen rugby. Let's go. So I'm super excited about that. It's fantasy football season. I cannot tell you, if your league only does a virtual draft, you're missing out. If you don't do a live draft. And sometimes a live draft, and I'm going to change it up. Next year, we're doing it with Wi-Fi. I'm doing the laptop. We're going to put in the picks one by one. No one's clicking their phone. We got to get rid of that. Because then why you get together?
That means you can't conversate, Pinky. You got to be a commish.
I'll be the commish. I don't give a shit. It is more fun when everybody is having a good time and just like, I draft this so-and-so, and everybody comments. And everybody's looking at their phone. They're just looking at their phone. They're not talking. And
I like it, Pinky.
Awful.
I like it. All I care about right now is Thursday evening, 7 p.m., Arrowhead Stadium. Nebraska starts their season. Let's go. Come on, baby. That's right, Pinky. Get it.
Pinky's got to win some money, baby. Pinky's got to win some money.
Throw them bones. Busting with the boys versus New Heights. Nebraska, Cincinnati. Will Compton, the Kelsey brothers. Let's go. Dylan Raiola, baby Mahomes, playing in the same stadium as Mahomes. He's not baby Mahomes. He's had the haircut since before Mahomes had it. I'm just saying, fact check, he's not trying to emulate him. He doesn't wear 15 because of Mahomes. He wears it because of Tebow. That's my dog. He's going to roll this year with Nebraska. I am so excited. The Kool-Aid is so sweet. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. Thursday, can't wait. Until
Get ready
then,
for
ladies and
disappointment.
gentlemen, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, topics you'd like to discuss, you want some fantasy advice, we'll give you our thoughts. If you really want to hear what we think, we're more than happy to throw them out there. Talk you through something. Walk you off a cliff if you need to. Let us know. We're here to help. Always spend those moments with your loved ones, family, friends, inner circle whenever you get the opportunity to. Cherish them. Do not take them for granted. You know we're always going to do the same. We live by that. If you can't listen to us live because you've got family thing going on, you're not going to hear from us. Catch us when you're done. We appreciate any type of love, support, like, follow, share. Please, if you're supporting us, do something that shows us and helps us grow because it means the world to us. It truly does. We cannot thank you enough. Till next week. Appreciate y'all. We're out.
See ya.
Pinky in the building, reppin' orange and blue. Broncos country, yeah, you know how we do. Hot take so wild, you remember the name. From college ball to the pros, Caleb spitting game. Robert here, the pop culture plug. From comics to racing, pour the drink in the mug. Sports, nonsense and whiskey, yeah, bold talk. Good laughs and a glass in the air. Sports, nonsense and whiskey, right? Kick back, tune in, take a wild side.